Cholesterol is a problem for millions of Australians, but we can do something about it. Please welcome Dr. Cris Showreel to talk us through how we can get ourselves sorted. Now, what is exactly cholesterol, and what sort of problems can come up when you have it?
It's a good question, and it's something I think that's topical amongst Australians in general, because a lot of people are venturing along having to take medication for cholesterol.
Sure.
Cholesterol is a substance that's produced by our liver. It's used for hormone production, so it's important and it's essential. The problem comes when it's the wrong type and it's too high. So we do have a model here just to kind of give an idea. These are the different arteries and the patency of the arteries and what can happen if the arteries get clogged with cholesterol. As you can see...
So this is the bad one.
Yeah, so that one there is the bad one. Yeah. Right. So you can see that. See how it's small?
It's blocked. It's almost blocked.
It's blocked. You know, and most people don't realise the arteries of your heart are no bigger than, you know, half of your little finger. So they're tiny, tiny. So it doesn't take much to actually clog them, and unfortunately that can lead to heart. It's quite marked, isn't it? The hair starts to go vertical. You know what I find interesting? The outer third of your eyebrow is controlled by thyroid. So you'll start to lose the outer third of your eyebrow. It'll go thin. Everyone's like, oh, check my eyebrow, check my eyebrow. And so certainly that's another symptom of that. And so those are some thyroid issues. So those are four key hormones that really play a big part in the way that we feel. So what do we do about it? So that's the next part. What do we do about it? I wanted to share with you why I became an integrative practitioner and what an integrative practitioner actually is. In today's society, you can choose generally between a doctor or a naturopath or an alternate health practitioner. An integrative practitioner bridges the gap. So we cover both. In the traditional medicine sense, when you see a GP or your local doctor, you're often prescribed medication that covers a particular condition in one body system. An integrative practitioner will try and find the alternate that may be more natural. So we try and balance that with the more natural approach. It's often looking at the whole person rather than an individual system. And so I really resonate with that only because I've been on the other end of the table. I've been a patient. I've been a patient of the normal medical system and of an integrative practitioner, and I found a lot of help with that. I found that it can be daunting. You don't know where to turn. You don't want something that's not going to work. And so having an integrative practitioner that has a medical background but also specialises in natural medicine I feel is a great balance between the two. We always do things that are evidence-based and safe. And so I love being an integrative practitioner. I think that it's the way medicine's going, and I think that it's something that can help a whole range of people and medical conditions in general. So that's why I became an integrative practitioner.
To live longer and healthier lives, but there are lots of bad habits that can hold us back. The good news is we can get back on track in just 5 simple steps. Nutritionist Dr. Cris Showreel is here to run us through them all. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, we have our lovely team ready, standing by to demonstrate some of those easy steps. But first, what are some of those life-shortening habits that we have?
There's probably 3, I would say. The first one's procrastination. Well and truly, with making health changes, we're always going to do it on Monday. Number 2 is going to bed late. I find it's a bad habit, really. There's nothing more to it than that. And the third is using alcohol as a stress reliever, which is a big one for Aussies.
Yeah, we can do that.
And it can quickly become a problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
But we can get back on track.
Yes,
there are simple steps. To me, this water looks like hell for a pregnant woman with a weak pelvic floor. But you say it can be very, very good for us and help us live a longer life.
Oh, definitely. I like the general rule, 1 litre for every 25 kilos that you weigh.
Oh, my God.
I know. And for some people that might seem extreme, And tea and coffee, keep that in mind. It does dehydrate you. So for every cup of tea and coffee is an extra glass of of water.
So why do I have all this food?
Good question. I mean, habit number 2 really is about getting our diet right. I think many of us take diet pills and they'll make 1% a difference really to our overall health. The real difference comes with our overall, diet. 80% of our diet unprocessed fresh stuff, and 20% all the other stuff that we love that we know probably isn't that good for us.
That looks pretty bad. That's snakes and chocolate. That does not look good.
But it's about not depriving yourself, isn't it?
It is, and it's that deprivation mindset in psychology circles that sets you up for binge eating. That's a lot of it. A lot of our eating is really non-hungry eating, so it's moving away from that, making it healthy. Just a little snack.
While I was having a snack, I'd probably have some almonds.
Well, it's 7 to 9 hours. A lot of people ask me, how much do I need? And it's 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep a night. There are a small percentage of the population that can get away with less, and if you're that person if you never feel tired. So if you get 6 hours of sleep a night and you feel fantastic, that's all you need. It's not about lycra, it's about exercise, obviously. And I like to change the term exercise to activity, trying to get as much incidental activity as possible. But the rule with exercise, a lot of people get scared of it. It's really, the rule is more is better than, none.
Beautiful people here with us every day. Lovely to meet you too. So basically having Jessica Rowe in your life will help you live longer. We know that.
Yes. Definitely. And, it's more than that, though. It's about a positive attitude. And we know, like any sort of thought pattern, a negative thought pattern can quickly become habitual. Yes. So you can dwell on the negative. There's a great school program, and it's called Fun Friends, and they talk about red thoughts and green thoughts. And it's looking...
What about sparkly thoughts?
And it's looking at trying to change a lot of your red thoughts, which are thoughts that are negative, that you say stop to, and replacing them with green thoughts, which are the go thoughts, the thoughts that will invigorate your life and keep you moving forward. So it's about maintaining a positive attitude when it comes to health, and writing a gratitude journal is another great way to do that. Writing 5 things that you're really grateful for every day.
Lovely. Lots of sparkly thoughts, audience. Sparkly thoughts. Well, you can read more about living a longer life in Dr. Chris's new book. It's called Healthy Habits. And if you'd like to meet this beautiful woman in person, she'll be speaking at Utopia in Melbourne this Saturday. Dr. Cris Beer, thanks so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you.